Okay, so now it's recording, and I'm waiting for more people to come.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Schwa. I love that name.
My name is Fabricio, by the way.
Ah, you are Fabrizio.
Yes, that's me. I'm
Nice.
I'm Angel's husband.
Angeles, yes. I've been waiting for her. Uh, has she? Is she able to come?
She's joining right now.
Very good. I don't see her.
She's
She's
about to join from her phone, I guess.
very good.
We were both in the same room, and there's a problem with the audio, so she's using her phone.
No problem. The ideal thing is a computer because it's easier to use Jamboard. This here, uh, when using a computer, not actually with a phone, because the tablet and Android system for Jamboard is actually very difficult to use. Believe me, I've tried, but it's too much. Okay, so now we are going to start. I'm going to give you all the link for this class, but I want you to pass it along uh, as people start coming in. Can you do that?
I guess so.
Very good. So I'm copying it. You all see the screen, right? Yes,
Yes,
I
yes.
think so.
Getting around.
Yes. Very good. Let me just see where can I write. Uh-huh. Yes. Interesting. There. Do you see it?
Yeah, I can. I can
Right.
see it. Yeah.
Fabricio, you weren't present last class, right?
No, no, sorry. I had things to do. Sorry.
Don't problem. There's no problem. You don't have to justify yourself. I just wanted to know because I want to see who was here because we are studying. Last week we started a new topic. Hey, hello, Angeles.
Hello, how are you?
Very
How are
good,
you
thank
all?
you. Last week we started a new topic, and it is a new unit, and it is actually the final class for that unit. And so I'm really sad that most of you missed it because it's a very interesting topic. So let's do what we did last class all over again. For all of you, what does it mean getting around? Anyone?
I'm sorry, I have to download something, a program on my phone because I can't open the link.
Uh,
Yep.
you
I'm going
don't?
to try to switch
Yes.
to my
If
computer.
you're using Android, you have to download it, but it's extremely difficult to participate, and so I would advise you not to. It's so sad actually because I would love all of you to participate, but Android system is really messed up. I
Yes,
don't want
okay.
to use
I'll
the
try to
F
switch.
word because we are on class and I'm not supposed to. Right?
Well, to
One
me, getting
more.
around means going from one place to another.
Yes, very good. Someone. Uh, getting around. How many? Let's do what we did last class again. How many means of transport can you think of?
You mean personal or public?
Public, personal, it doesn't matter.
Well, a car,
Car, obviously.
a bus,
Bus. If anyone can write it, it's even better. I think all of you can do it. But is there any other?
Motorbike.
Motorbike. Nice. I love that expression. You can also use the word bike. It's not actually. Sorry. Yes.
The metro.
People are coming. I love that. Very good. Nice. Metro. Yes. And if you like the British form, you can actually use the tube. Have you ever heard that expression, the tube?
It's the underground.
Yes, the underground. But in Britain they call it the tube. It's so interesting, and they have the oldest tube system in the world.
It's got 6 levels.
6 levels.
Yeah,
Actually,
6.
I didn't know. And it's actually very easy to travel, to get around London using the tube, because it actually has a very simple system. You only use a card, like practically all means of transport here, but it's very simple.
Very picturesque. The stations, it's all colorful, traditional. It's
Yes,
very
yes,
picturesque. I
they
love it.
really love preserving stuff, and they have bricks. Sorry, some parts of the tube are actually really, really old. They haven't changed anything at all, and that makes me wonder whether they are safe. Very good. Motorbike, metro, tube, taxi, bus, car. Maybe one of the girls from last class, can you add any other means of transport?
Train, plane.
Train, plane, yes. Can you do it, or do you need me to do it?
No.
Train, plane, very good. Train, yes. You can also use a very old word called streetcar. Have you ever seen a streetcar? Train, yes.
A boat also.
You can also use a boat, yes. Very good. You can use, look, this is a very poetic word. You can use a barge. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's a barge. It's like a narrow
Yes, barge.
boat you use for channels.
Yes, barge. Yes, I love it. I love how you pronounce it, barge. Okay, I think that's enough. So can you turn over all of you to the next page, or maybe you just want me to stay, or maybe you can just follow me on the Google Meet on the Meet session, and you don't actually need to participate. Just answer me. All right. Who wants to read the title here? This is a very interesting activity. Well, actually, they're all interesting. I would love to believe they're all interesting. But well, who wants to read the title here? Very interesting topic. Or maybe, are you all in page number 2?
Yes.
Very good. So, okay, just well, if you want me to read everything, then it's okay. I'm just worried. I just want you to talk.
You can choose someone.
Yeah, sorry, is that I don't see you. This is not Zoom. In Google Meet, I don't see anyone. I only see the screen that I'm sharing. That's why. Maybe Romy,
Okay.
can you read it?
Yes. Passport applications. Have you
Passport
ever?
application. All right. One of you at a time. Who else? Claudia, can you read the first one? This is just a discussion. There's no need to answer it. Claudia, have you ever traveled abroad? Sorry, is she muted?
Yeah, she's muted.
Very good.
Well,
She's muted. Okay. Who else is there? Fabricio, have you ever traveled abroad?
yes, I have actually. Yes,
Where?
I traveled to the UK, traveled
Nice.
to Brazil, Chile, Peru. Sorry, Bolivia, Paraguay. Yes,
Paraguay. Yes. Yeah, interesting.
and
So,
also Ireland because Ireland is not part of the UK. So yes,
Ireland. Yes, it's no longer. Sorry, no. Yes, I think they have to. I think they have now established a border in Northern Ireland.
there
Now
is a
the
border. Yes,
British have just left out of Brexit has just occurred, and it's a very hot topic nowadays. All right, have you ever traveled abroad? Yes. Do you want to write down all the countries that you have traveled to? Can you do it?
yeah, I can do it. And I guess that's it.
Okay, yes. Brazil, Chile. Funny, a fun fact is that when I was a child, I used to think Brazil goes with an S when sorry, with a Z when it actually goes with an S.
It goes
That's
in
because
with a Z
I
in
saw it
English.
written down on pencils, on pens. Maybe many things are made in Brazil. But when I was a child, I didn't know that Brazil is the English form of the word Brasil. I think many of us must have had that as well at some point. Okay, Brazil. Oh, you have been to many places. What about you, Angeles? Have you ever traveled abroad?
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I have. I have also been to Brazil, Paraguay, England, France.
Yeah,
France. Oh,
forgot that one too.
anyone else? Have you ever traveled to any other place that it's not actually any of these ones?
Uruguay.
Uruguay, yes, very good. Can you write it down? Who is it? Romina, yes,
Yeah.
very good. Added Uruguay, yes.
Yes, I traveled to Italy
Hi.
and
Italy.
France
Who?
and
Alejandra,
Alejandra.
very good. Yes.
Mhm. And USA. I
Oh,
was in Miami, in
nice.
LA, and also DC, Washington DC. I
Washington,
dislike
yes.
Miami. I dislike LA, but I
What?
love. Yes, I
But what
love
about our activity
Washington
was
DC.
about LA? Didn't you like it?
LA, no, I dislike because when I was in the beach, suddenly I saw a big cloud in the sea, and I say my American friends, "Oh my God!" I think that it'll going to it'll maybe that it's going a big storm to us, and they began to laugh and say that it was the smoke. that usually about 4 p.m. the smog came to the city. So I dislike it. But Washington D.C. it's very very beautiful. Um, but the White House it's very small. I thought that it was very 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 big, and it's very little, very nice, but it's little. It isn't very big, the White House. But I loved Washington D.C.
Interesting. Never heard of anyone liking Washington.
It's
Okay, so
very, very ordenado. ¿Cómo se dice? Muy ordenado.
very
Muy,
tidy.
Very
very
neat.
I
tidy.
am going to. All right. Okay. It depends on what you choose. It can be either neat or tidy as well, or maybe even clean.
Efficient.
Clean. Yes.
Clean as well. It can be. Well, clean because maybe there isn't too much rubbish on the street.
Mhm.
Know that rubbish and garbage are okay. They're both the same expression. It depends on what you like.
Mhm.
I was told off once because I used the word garbage rather than rubbish, so I used that one. Very
What?
good.
Rubbish sounds more British, and it
Uh,
is more British. Also, like
Yes,
for
that's
instance.
why. And I
Alejandra,
had
can I
some
ask you a
very
question?
British teachers.
Alejandra, can I ask you a question?
Yes?
I want to ask
Yes, of
something.
course.
Have you ever been inside the White House?
No,
No.
no, no. I
Well,
wanted,
the
but
White House,
I haven't much time.
right? The White House was just that, a house. So it's not a mansion. Okay, it was a big house. Although it has 132 rooms and 35 bathrooms. Okay,
Oh,
that's a lot for a house.
really? Yes.
And you've got
Yes, when I saw it far, it looks like small.
Smaller than what it
Probably
looks like.
right.
yes,
You can only
yes.
see 2 levels from the street, but it's got 6 different levels. Okay, below. Okay, so it's 6 levels in
Ah,
total.
Yes.
maybe
So it's
for
Be
that
not
careful
reason.
because it has
it's
to
not
be
it's
very
not tall, but
safe
it's deep.
for
Okay.
obvious reasons.
Mhm.
So you have to go to the White House again and
Yeah.
visit.
Probably because all of everything else is secret because it has to. Remember that the president
Yes,
goes there, so it must be really. There has to be a lot of secret rooms, mysteries. I
Yes,
love it.
it reminds me of the novel. I think it's a symbol written by the writer who wrote Da Vinci Code, and he also mentions the White House and all the secrets and all the secret places, the halls. So it must be very nice to visit.
Yes, very good. Maybe Claudia, can you read this? Or no, Romy, can you read the second one?
Yes. What are the requirements for a passport in Argentina?
Okay, anyone, can you remind me which are the requirements for a passport? I don't remember. I'm not sure.
here in Merlo, you go to el registro civil and say, I need a passport, and it's okay. They ask some questions, and um, I think that it's very quick. The problem is the visa, not the passport.
Very good. So I just written it down. The problem is the visa. The visa with a V.
Well,
Mon-
When you say I'm sorry, I wasn't here at last class. When you say the requirements, is what you need to get the passport, or
Yes. What is it that you need in order to get a passport here?
well, you need a picture first, a photograph, I guess.
Yes, a photo. Do you want to write it down?
A photo, your name, surname.
And obviously money.
Of course, you need money for anything in this world. Nothing is free.
A birth certificate, I guess.
And you have to
Well,
complete the
start writing it down. Can you do it?
Okay, I guess so.
Birth certificate,
Birth certificate,
a photograph,
photograph, your ID.
ID. Really? Your ID?
Yeah, you need to have an ID in order to get a passport. It's the same number, but you need to have
sorry. Yes, you're right. You need an ID.
Yeah.
And
you have to complete a form.
Sorry, can you repeat?
You have to complete a form.
A form, yes.
Fill in a form. Very good. You have to fill in a form.
I think, I'm not sure, but I think you need a police disclosure to prove that you're not a criminal, I guess.
No. Well, certificate
Yes, you need that
from.
here.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes, you need that here because it's like a form that the police issues certifying that you're not a criminal. That's what we need here in Formosa.
A police disclosure.
Oh, interesting.
It's what we know as
You have
certificado de
to-
buena conducta.
And you have to be not criminal in order to be able to travel.
Well, if you are underage, you need a parental
Yes,
authorization.
you need it happened to my brother. You need a permission.
A permit.
Written permit.
Yes,
Written
parental authorization. I think that's the word.
Yes, that's the word. Very good. Thank you. I have forgotten it.
And if you weren't born in Argentina, you think you need a naturalization form, or yes, that I think that. Okay. You also need to prove your marital status if you're married. You need your marriage certificate, I guess.
Naturalization, an appointment. Interesting. Very good. All right. Now we're going to. I think that's enough. Now we're going to do an quick reading activity. Okay. Maybe Angeles, can you read this?
Yes. Holiday travel information.
Right. Go on reading.
Okay. Read the passport and visa information leaflet. Are these statements true or false? Correct any false statements.
Very good. Do you want to read them first and then read the text and do it, or maybe you just want to read the text and do it one at a time simultaneously?
Maybe we could go through all the statements first so as to get an idea, and then we'll read the text.
Very good. I think that's. I'm not sure if I have enough people to read. Okay, Fabricio, can you read this? The first one.
Yeah, all children must have their own passports to travel abroad.
Romy. Number 2.
Children over 16 can be included on their parents' passport.
Yes. Who else is there? I don't see anyone else. Maybe Claudia. Yes. Number 3. Or maybe she cannot answer. I'm not sure. Okay, number 3. To anyone who can talk. Read it.
UK citizens don't have to get a visa to enter the USA on holiday.
Nice. Interesting. Very good. Is there anyone else? Because we are just 3 people in a class with 11 people. No, sorry, it's 10. Please, everyone, try to participate a little bit.
People with a criminal record are not allowed to enter the USA.
Whoa. Okay, number 5. Is there anyone else? Número 5, chicos. Perdón que me he olvidado de que algunos me han dicho sí, perdón que no... me pierdo, ¿saben? Si alguna vez necesitan que hable en español, me lo dicen porque no... Yo sigo, ¿saben? Perdón, no es para hacer sentir mal a nadie. No sé si entienden todos y todas.
Yes.
Sí, pero necesito que lo repitan ellos, no respondan los otros. Porque sí, hay gente que me ha dicho que no hable tanto en inglés, a pesar de que es un curso para aprender inglés. Sé que pone muy nervioso y es muy desafiante entender un idioma y hablar y estudiar vocabulario, que yo les dije que íbamos a estudiar mucho. Pero tan solo les pido, no sé, un poquito de amabilidad, cortesía, algo de interés, porque son temas en realidad muy lindos. Y es lo que todos nos gustaría ahora, que sería poder viajar al exterior, aplicaciones de pasaporte. Si alguien no entiende, que me lo diga ahora, o como dice el dicho, calle para siempre, ¿saben? Párenme cuando no entiendan. Y usen la palabra mágica, ¿se acuerdan? I don't get it. Repitan, todos o todas las chicas que estén, que no sé cuántos hay. A ver si son 11. Porque yo sigo, ¿eh? Así que, bueno, espero que no les moleste. Very good. It says here, identity cards can be used as passports within EU countries. Interesting. And number 6, Fabricio, the last one.
Passengers should arrive at the airport 1 hour before their flight.
What do you think? Should they arrive 1 hour before their flight, or maybe
Yes.
even earlier?
Well, earlier is better, but 1 hour is okay. You need to do the check-in.
Check-in, yes.
And if you don't know the airport, you might get lost and need more time.
Yes, you mean the terminal?
Yes, exactly, the terminal.
The terminal,
Or
yes.
the area.
Terminal
Or the area,
are
because-
The terminal or the gate.
The gate. And
The
all
gate
the area,
is-
because sometimes you don't
yeah,
know it
the
at
thing
all.
is that sometimes, yes, sometimes the gates are announced at the very last moment, and so it's not actually that if you are late, you're going to miss anything. I spent a whole day at an airport, and I know that they announce the gates at the very last minute, and so it's like if you wait too much, it feels like it's unnecessary. But well, let's move on. Can you go to the next page? Can anyone read this? The title.
Information you should know about your passport application.
Para los que quizá no entiendan, es información que hay que usar para la aplicación de pasaporte. Ahí tienen, passport application. Anoten después esa expresión, passport application. Que no sé si es medio transparente, passport, por pasaporte, no sé si qué tan transparente es. A veces es cuestión de cada quien, qué tan sencillas son las palabras. Very good. So now, Romy, can you read the first part here? Can you start reading? Or maybe, is she still here? I'm not sure. Romy, yes, you're still here.
Yes, yes, yes. Mhm. With information you should know about your passport application.
Yes.
With effect from 5 October 1998, all children who are not already included on a parent's valid 10-year passport will have to hold their own passport if they are to travel abroad.
Yes.
Children over 16 are required to hold their own passport. Children
Yes.
already included on an existing passport may continue to travel with the passport holder until the child reaches 16. The passport reaches, yes,
And
16,
remember to use the final Z. Reaches.
reaches 16. The
Yes.
passport expires or is submitted for amendment. Children cannot be re-added to passports submitted for amendment.
Interesting. Anyone else? Who else is there? Claudia, can you read the second one?
Providing the stay is no longer than 19 days, citizens are allowed to enter the USA under the visa waiver scheme. Entry may, however, by the need to travelers who have a criminal record or who have been
Previously.
Any entry. Such case, a visa application should be made in advance. Please note that in some countries, the sport expires, they must extend to a minimum of 6 months beyond the date of return travel.
Very good. All of you, like children, I say and you repeat. Longer.
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 Allowed.
Longer.
Allowed.
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 Right. Denied.
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 Yes.
Denied.
Right. And however.
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 Yeah, you can do however if you want, or you can just do
However.
however. And if anyone doesn't know it, UK means United Kingdom. That's for anyone who doesn't know, and probably the ones who will watch this video, they may not know it. That's why I say United Kingdom. How many countries, anyone, do you know how many countries does it compose, the United Kingdom?
4.
Inglaterra, Escocia, Irlanda.
Yes.
Wales.
Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Are you sure?
Northern Ireland.
Yes, Northern Ireland.
North. Sí, sí. Irlanda del Norte. Sí.
Yes. Very good.
And Wales.
Let's write it down. England. I think you forgot some. I think you forgot just one. Wales.
Wales.
Well, Scotland. Well, we said Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. And tell me, which is the difference between the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth? Do you know it?
Commonwealth, a lot more countries.
Yes. Well, for instance, do you know that the head of state of Canada is actually the Queen? Did you know that?
Not just Canada, also I think
Yes.
Australia.
Yeah, I mean, Canada is actually part of the Commonwealth. It's a very new topic for me. That's why I want to share it with you. Yes, expiry date, return travel. Okay, and tell me, how many states does the USA compose? Just the number. Do you know it?
50.
50. Yes. Can you mention any?
Well, you have Washington, California, Utah,
California, yes.
Texas, I
Texas,
think Nebraska, Ohio,
Florida.
Florida,
yeah,
yes.
the state of New York,
New York,
New Orleans.
Arkansas,
Arkansas. I didn't
Wyoming.
actually know that Arkansas is a state, so that's a new information for me.
I think so.
Very good.
As well.
You have Iowa as well. Do you know why they have so many states with a Spanish name?
Because they were colonized by Spanish.
In part, that's one of the reasons. The other one is that they were actually, well, you could say that they were actually stolen, but they were part of
Mexico.
yes, they were part of Mexico. You could actually say they were stolen, but it was actually a treaty. They signed a treaty in Mexico, just gave those lands away to, gave up. Mexico gave up. That's a new verb
the,
for you. Gave
the
up.
official the official name of Mexico is the United States of Mexico.
I didn't actually know that, so that's a new for me. Mexico gave up states.
Actually, California was part of Argentina once.
Yes, I know that. I think part of San Martin's army reached Mexico, but in boat, by boat.
Yeah, it was
that's
not
why
actually San Martin. It was someone different. He colonized those lands in the name of Argentina, and when they left, obviously those lands were regained by the other people, right? And so they helped liberate countries. That's why most countries in Central America have the colors of the Argentine flag, like
yes.
Honduras, for example, El Salvador,
And
so on.
did you know that the statue of San Martin is actually on Central Park? They have a copy of the statue of San Martin.
I didn't know that.
I didn't actually know that, but for instance, if you watch Home Alone, you will see that at some point they show you Central Park and you can see the statue of San Martin on Central Park. Para todas las personas que van a ver la grabación, sepan que estamos haciendo una charla sin nada que ver con lo que hay que aprender. Bien de turismo nada más. Y toda la otra gente que nos está mirando, perdón chicos que los deje a ustedes solos. Toda la otra gente que nos está mirando sepa que solo estamos hablando, no hay problema. Esto sí, anoten este verbo, gave up. Do you know what it means to give up?
Abandonar.
Yes. Not quite.
Also, quit. If you quit, you give up, depending on the
Well,
context.
Yes, it depends on the context. Another synonym could be surrender, but it actually means that you give something to someone. It's like when you give up your baby for adoption, for instance. That's one of the reasons you give up your son for adoption. That's one of the main verbs that it collocates with. Very good. Sorry that I I like to talk. I'm sorry because I don't go on with the class. Okay, who else is there available? Maybe Alejandra, is she still there? Maybe she can talk and read the next paragraph.
Okay, okay, okay. I can
Very
do
good.
it.
Yes.
Wait a moment. Okay. Travelers within the European Union do not have to hold a passport and can enter member state with a valid identity card.
It is a card. Very good. And who else is there? Romy, the final one.
Passengers should check in at the airport at least 1 hour before departure. On board, you are authorized to take one piece of hand baggage, but it must not measure more than 55. ¿Cómo es por?
55 per 40 per 20.
40 per 20
Yes.
centimeters.
It's a very specific way of talking about the measurements of something. But you have to know it's 55 per something, the 40 per 20. It's you say this 50, 55 per ta, ta,
Okay, yes.
a future reference. Very good. So can we turn turn over to the previous page? Oh, sorry, who moved it? Oh, sorry that I got angry. Okay, anyone? All children must have their own passports to travel abroad. Is that true or false? Is that true?
That's not
False.
true.
It's true.
False.
It's true. False. All right. I think it's just need to travel with children over 16 are required to hold their own passports. Over 16. Yes, they can. All children must have their own passport to travel abroad. So it's actually false. Okay, can anyone maybe does anyone want to write it down? Any of the answers, or maybe you want me to do it? It's up to you.
Okay.
Para los que están viendo, sepan que estamos haciendo una actividad de, bueno, verdadero o falso, true or false. Y tengan cuidado con moverme la imagen porque no está pegado. Very good. Okay, it's false. Right. Why? Why is it false?
Claro, no, yo no me di cuenta de que teníamos que tener en cuenta el texto que leímos recién para contestar lo otro, porque está al revés, pero me imaginaba como mamá de que tenía que sacar también un pasaporte para mi hijo, pero después acá dice que están validados en el pasaporte de los padres, en el otro texto.
Sí, en realidad te pregunta todos los niños, porque recordá que los niños y niñas cuentan, a pesar de que cualquiera diría que, perdón, en serio me disculpo de verdad por usar la palabra, a pesar de que son huevones ya cuando son adolescentes, bueno, la ley dice que son niños, así que...
Okay.
Perdón que sea tan grosero, no quería... Es para hablar con el corazón. Okay. Very good. So it says here that children over 16 are required to hold their own passports. Pero vos que decías, Claudia, me parece que eras vos, ¿no?
No hablé.
No, fui yo.
Bueno, Alejandra.
Sí, porque me extraña de que si vos a tu hijo es menor de 16 años y lo mandás con un familiar solo, me extraña que no tenga que tener pasaporte. Pero bueno, debe ser otra documentación.
En Argentina
no, pero
depende a veces.
Ahí está incluido en el de los padres, ¿o no? Donde empieza. All children who are not already included on a parent's valid 10-year passport will have to hold their own passport.
Hold their own passport. Yes, very good.
Sí, deben ser requerimientos de Estados Unidos o de Inglaterra, seguramente.
Sí.
En
Sí,
Argentina tienen pasaporte los chicos.
Por eso es que yo dije verdadero, pero
Claro.
después leí bien acá y me di cuenta de que
Acá
era
no.
falso.
no, pero tal vez se confunda con la siguiente. Children over 16 can be included on their parents' passport. Is that true or false?
Es falso.
False.
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 It's
Really?
true.
As you know, children are included
No, it's
on
true.
existing.
No,
It's true.
I think it's true. Yes.
It's true.
Okay. Do you want to write it down? Who was it, Claudia?
Their parents' passport. Ah, no,
No,
false.
sorry,
no,
Romina.
false. It's false.
False. Sorry.
Ah.
False.
It is
It's
true.
false.
No pueden ser incluidos, tienen que tener el suyo propio.
Claro.
No, pero
Claro,
si se
ya
sacó el
están
pasaporte
independientes.
antes de que cumplan 16, el pasaporte tiene una cierta validez. Entonces, si ellos están en el pasaporte de sus padres e incluso ya cumplieron los 16, si el pasaporte se hizo antes que ellos cumplan 16, ellos pueden viajar con ese pasaporte. Sí, cuando vence ese pasaporte, ellos tienen que sacar su propio pasaporte.
Ah.
Pero si ya están incluidos en el de los padres y cumplen después de 16, entonces ahí
No,
tienen
me
que
parece que eso era para los menores de 16. Dice que a partir de los 16 tienen que tener el suyo propio, creo.
Sí,
Claro.
sí, está bien, tienes razón.
Eso es, o sea, según el texto,
Bueno, según se da porque ahí te pone el verbo can, debería ser should, ¿ok? Para que se entienda mejor, pero de que se puede. O sea, los chicos que tienen más de 16 pueden estar incluidos en el pasaporte de sus padres. Ahora, no por el hecho de que hayan cumplido 16, según lo que yo entiendo ahí. O sea, no es que porque cumplieron 16 pueden igual. Porque ahí fíjate que dice, children already included on an existing passport may continue to travel with the passport holder until the child reaches 16. The passport expires or is submitted for amendment. O sea, hasta que cumpla 16, o vence el pasaporte o se mande para reposicionar. ¿Cómo se dice? Reponer.
Yo lo que entendía, los chicos que ya tienen más de 16. Si tienen
Claro,
que estar
pero la oración
incluidos
sigue.
dentro de los padres.
Pero la oración sigue hasta que cumpla 16, hasta que expire el pasaporte o que se mande para que te den otra
Me
copia.
parece que es más simple la. No, yo lo interpreto de otra manera.
Claro, porque hay un punto. Para mí ya mayores de 16 tienen que
16
tener el suyo
ya
propio.
están solos.
Hay un punto después del otro párrafo. Yo interpreto
Sí,
que
puede ser. O sea,
O sea, los mayores
Perdón,
de 16 sí
perdón
pueden
que,
estar incluidos. Para
perdón
los-
que hable de un tema que no tiene nada que ver. Sepan, chicos, que la clase empieza a las 6, y chicas también, empieza a las 6 de la tarde, a las 18 horas. Tengan cuidado. Porque veo que hay gente que a veces se suma muy tarde, y quiero recalcarles eso, que comienza a las 18 horas, y yo lo anuncio por el foro. Así que siempre traten de leer el foro.
Yes.
sí, esta
Se
vez
los
entré
digo
bien.
Sí, sí.
con amabilidad y con todo. Sí,
Con toda la onda.
con toda la onda. Sí, no, sí, este es un espacio de relax, que la gente dice relax y no me gusta cuando dicen relax. It's actually relax.
Ok.
Pero depende, bueno, como cada quien lo quiera pronunciar, más o menos, recuerden. Very good, so, pero entonces al final, did we say that it was false or was it true?
I
didn't
don't know.
actually.
I'm agree with my partners.
False.
You say you don't agree.
False.
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 Very good. So it's actually false. I
Okay.
don't know why. I am going to go with your instinct. So, but you're actually lucky because I don't have the keys for it, and so we actually don't know whether it's false or it's true.
Okay.
So we can actually say whatever we want.
Up to you.
And trust me, I searched for all versions of this book, and they don't have the keys for it, so it's actually up to you. Very good. It's up to you. Okay, UK citizens don't have to get a visa to enter the USA on holiday. Is it true? I don't know where it said that.
False.
It's true if the stay is no longer than 90 days.
90 days. I didn't choose service under the visa waiver
It's
scheme.
true.
And
No.
yes, and everyone, I say, and you repeat, scheme.
Scheme.
Depends. Are you on page number 3?
Yes.
Very good. Look at that. It says visa waiver scheme.
Scheme.
It's not shem or scam. It's scheme. Being careful with that. It's a very tricky word. It's really hard to pronounce. Scheme.
And what's the
Everyone,
meaning,
repeat.
Tomás?
Sorry?
Word or scheme. The meaning.
Scheme.
Scheme.
Sorry. Which was the question? Can you repeat?
What's the meaning of scheme?
Do we have a similar word in Spanish? Scheme.
Yes.
Does it sound similar to any word in Spanish?
Esquema.
Esquema.
Yes. Schema. It can also be schematic as well, but that actually brings another meaning. But scheme actually means schema. For
Yes, another
future references,
translation.
you know that.
I think another translation is el modelo.
The scheme, yes. The model as well, you can say. Or maybe the form. I think so. I'm not sure. Maybe afterwards you can look it up and you can.
Régimen. El régimen,
Sorry?
in this case, el régimen. El
Régimen.
tema del pasaporte es el régimen de pasaporte.
Sí.
Régimen.
And be careful because régimen and regime, it has different connotations and different meanings in the future as well. It's just a comment. You don't actually have to pay attention because sometimes you may see the word regime, but it's actually political. Political regime is what we know it as régimen político. Any political regime can actually be. Very good. So we said that it actually was false, or was it true? I don't actually remember that.
False.
False. Okay, we'll write it down. False.
False.
Okay, number 4. People with a criminal record are not allowed to enter the USA. Was it true or was it false? I don't remember.
True.
True.
I think it's
True.
yeah, because they really hate criminals. Sorry.
Yes, it
What is
says the
that?
entry will be denied to travelers who have a criminal record. So.
Oh. God, they are so severe. That's a new expression for you, severe. You can say severe or maybe severe. Severe. Not severe. Severe.
Yeah.
Severe.
Some of you already know it, but it's in a future reference so that all of you can learn a little bit about pronunciation. Because remember that we are in the next units, we're going to talk about what it means to be a hotel manager, and you have to have very good pronunciation. Let's hope you have it. You learn to. I know some of you work in the hotel industry on the touristic sections, and so this may be very useful for you as well. Severe, yes. So it said that it was actually true.
True.
Yeah, it's probably true. Yes. Is it true in our own country? People with a criminal record are not allowed to enter the Argentina. Is it true?
True.
I
No.
have no idea.
All right. Okay, I have friends teaching English in prison, so I hope it's not actually true because I'm not sure. I believe in the power of mercy. Do you actually think so? Do you think mercy and compassion are important? Well, that's a very existential question.
It's complex,
Right.
yes.
It's a very difficult. It depends on your experience because it has to be tough. Some people really hate those who have committed a wrong because well, many people think they should get killed and get executed, and they shouldn't be allowed to remain in our society. And some others think that well, we should just give him a chance because if not, it's actually a circle of violence. But
Yes,
well,
but some people believe,
that's a very
some other
different
people believe,
discussion.
yes, exactly. Some other people believe that people never really change, or actually they change for the worse. They want to get revenge afterwards. You have two
Yes,
different points. I'm not saying I do have a point of view. I'm just saying two different points of view you can hear in society.
yes. I only say that because I have friends who have taught delivered classes in prison, and they tell you lots of beautiful stories when people manage to uh, go free and they maybe they get a college degree or something. They get their lives back, but that's some people are just very. They hold a real grudge, and they're really angry. They don't like that sort of opportunities. It's so. Sorry, sorry that I digressed. I'm really sorry. Very good. Okay, so it's actually true. Very good. Number 5, identity cards can be used as passports within EU countries. Is that true?
Yes, true.
Yes, true.
Is that true?
True.
I don't. Right.
True.
Maybe entry may, however, be denied to travelers with a criminal record. All right. EU countries. Where
Mercosur.
is that? I don't see it. Ah, and can enter member states with a
Travelers
valid
within the
identity
European
card.
Union.
Yes. Thank you. I have just realized that. Yes, you are right. Very good. All of you. Identity cards. It's interesting. I didn't know that.
Es como Mercosur.
Yes, we
Is
live
it
in
the same
Formosa, in a
here?
little town. We live in Clorinda, that's a little town on the border of Argentina and Paraguay, for example, and we just need our ID cards to come and go. That's all, because of the Mercosur. We
Right.
don't need
Even in
anything else
Brazil.
at all.
Interesting. All right. So it's actually true. Nice. Okay, number 6. Passengers should arrive at the airport 1 hour before the flight, and I think that's actually true.
True.
Yes.
So I'm going to write it down. They should actually arrive 3 or 4 hours before their flight. A lot of time. True, passengers. Sorry, is anyone talking? I think I heard something. Okay, that's actually true. Okay, can you all turn over to page number 4? This is a very interesting one. It's about modal verbs. What do you know about modal verbs?
You mean the function, or you mean the grammar? As, for example, they are not conjugated as for subject, depending on the pronoun, or you mean the function of each modal verb?
Just what do you know? Any piece of information. and they can be conjugated actually, and some of them
Yes, no,
have a past and present form.
yes, yes. No, I got it wrong. I meant that they're not the main verbs. That's what I wanted to say. They're not
Yes,
the main verbs.
they are operators. Esta es la sección teórica de lo que vamos a estudiar. Les dije que íbamos a estudiar poquito de teoría. They are operators. Very good, Claudia. Can you read the title?
Read the text again and match the verb and phrase with their meaning.
Very good. All of you, I say and you repeat phrases.
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 I cannot hear you all. Phrases.
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 Right, phrases.
Phrases.
So it's matched the verbs and the phrases with their meanings. Okay. Maybe given permission, have to. Okay, have to. And all right, maybe Fabricio, can you read all of them? All of the functions. Para los que están viendo el video, sepan que estamos estudiando verbos modales. Acá lo tienen. Modal verbs. ¿Puedes leer, Fabricio, todas las funciones ahí?
Okay. Given permission, refusing permission, expressing obligation, expressing no obligation, giving advice, indicating a possibility.
Very good. So, have to. What is the usual function of that modal verb? Without looking at the text, what do we actually use the verb have to?
Expressing obligation.
Yeah, an obligation.
Expressing obligation. Very good. Let's make an X. This is a very classic high school topic, so probably most of you have already studied that at some point. Have you? Have you not? No sé si entienden la pregunta.
Don't get it.
Very good, yes. Si ustedes en la secundaria estudiaban verbos modales, tal vez lo conocían con ese nombre, verbos modales.
No. No.
No escucho. Are you talking?
No.
No. Very good. Okay, so
No me acuerdo.
no, it's okay. That's why, because this is a high school book, actually. That's why it's from my. Yo lo usé una vez cuando trabajaba con alumnos de sexto año y pensé que, bueno, como desde sexto año, tal vez quizá en la secundaria lo estudian. No sé qué tan común es el uso de verbos modales en secundaria, qué tanto lo estudian o si les dan mucha importancia. Very good.
Depende del tipo de escuela. Por ahí acá, por ejemplo, se suele parar en can, no, must, y hasta ahí llegamos a veces. Depende del programa, de la realidad, del contexto. Nosotros en la escuela pública en Formosa es can, must, y a veces hasta ahí. Una escuela privada tal vez ya es más.
Not should.
No, porque hay un programa y ese es el problema, la burocracia.
But what do you have to follow what the text says?
Right, we have to follow what the text says, but it's a syllabus. And the syllabus has to be, it's like red tape. It's compulsory. You cannot change it, really. There's a lot of red tape in here.
Strict, and you know.
Yes, it's a very fixed syllabus, and normally a text will include can, must. For example, with traffic lights, maybe should, but can, must, and that's all. And if you have time, then you can continue with other modal verbs, especially in private schools.
Oh my God, poor students.
Yes.
La verdad que es
You cannot
triste. Yo
really do
sí,
something different. You cannot, because if you do something different, then you get told off but by the headmistress or headmasters and all the people above you.
yo siempre pienso que es muy triste cuando a una persona le niegan saber algo.
Naturally.
Yo siempre siento que los alumnos solo saben lo que vos les enseñas. Más de eso no saben. Depende. Hay gente que te va... Yo tengo alumnitos que me engañan, que se hacen los que no saben lo que les enseño y después me muestran que sí. Depende del tipo de persona. Very good. Expressing obligation, right. Romina, can you give me an example of the verb have to?
Have to, be required to.
No,
May-
no. Sorry. Perdón, te dije que me dieras un
Okay.
ejemplo.
They have to.
Just an example.
You have to do your homework.
Yes. You have to do your homework. Expressing. Right. So, in that case, it could also function as an advice as well. So, we could actually set it like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other way we can use the verb to have to? Maybe Angeles, do you know any other form of the verb have to?
Well, I can give you an example. I have to leave now. I'm sorry.
Yes, me
Really?
too, unfortunately. We have to. That's a
Oh,
good example.
oh no, but I don't want real life examples.
Okay, well, that's
I
it.
know.
But
It's been a
well,
pleasure as always, and we'll be joining you next Wednesday too.
I'll do my best to join you next class. Sorry, I have to leave now.
yeah, please, because porque tengo gente que, excepto la Claudia y la Alejandra, tengo gente que no suele hablar. Necesito gente que hable para que no sea yo y una máquina.
Okay.
Very good.
Well,
Nos
next.
vemos entonces, Fabricio. Un
Bye
gusto.
bye. See you.
See you. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
See you. Bye.
Very good. Denise, are you able to talk? I'm not sure. I think there is a new girl there. Well, maybe Claudia, can you read the second one here? Do you see it?
Yes. By require to require to
Yes.
by require
La
to.
verdad que me leíste la mente.
Antes que me retes.
Sí, dije, uy, no.
No, no.
No. Perdón, sí, quería. No, yo pensaba, me va a decir que. Me va a hacer tener que decirle que es required to. Perdón, no, tenés razón.
Sí,
Be
pero está
required
bien.
to. Everyone, I say and you repeat. Be required to.
Be required to.
Required to. Yes.
Required to. Be required to.
Si pueden hacer énfasis en la to. To.
To.
Be required.
Be required to.
Required to.
So what does it mean being to be required to anything?
Indicating a possibility.
I'm not sure. Indicating, is there any other option that we can use?
Expressing no obligation. Tampoco.
No obligation, really.
Expression obligation.
Se
Como que
requiere que la gente haga esto y
puede
haga
ser
lo otro.
requerido, ¿o no?
Se requiere, sí. Expressing
Yes, it's
obligation.
actually very... uno lo puede ver
Como
en aeropuertos,
posibilidad,
más que
lo
nada.
veo así, no sé.
Yes, it's like passengers are required to hold on to watch over their belongings, por ejemplo.
Okay. Entonces, como giving advice.
Ah,
No.
perdón, ¿quién sigue
Solo
hablando?
más.
La Romina. Sí. Cintia, ¿usted puede hablar? Y Denise,
Voy a
cualquiera
hacer-
de... Porque no sé quién puede hablar. Romina, sepa que usted le está pegando cerca, ¿eh? Cada vez más la está tirando. Very good. Now, in my opinion, it's actually expressing obligation rather than advice. Porque...
No obligation.
sorry, obligation. Yes.
Obligation.
Perdón, sí,
Wait.
me acabo de...
Yes.
Very good. It's actually, so we say duplicar. We say expressing obligation when you are required to do something. Cuando es como decir que se espera de vos que hagas tal cosa.
Sí.
Es como tu deber, más o menos. Ahí tienen otra expresión. Are to be expected to. Sí, podría ser otra, pero no depende. To be expected to. I am expected to something, anything else. Be required to. Very good. Okay, what about may? It says here that it's about giving permission. But can it also... is there any other option that may could also be useful for?
Possibility.
Possibility, yes. Can you put an X on it, or maybe you want me to do it? Podés usar la lapicera o anotar una X, como vos lo prefieras, Romina. Yes, very good. Okay, so it says here that it can also be a possibility. Can it also be about obligation? So, for instance, if I say, you may not use a pencil, what am I saying? They say that in some examinations, they may say, you may not use a pencil. So that you can see that it means a little bit of obligation as well, because you are required not to do something.
Okay.
Yo sé que me escuchan, ¿eh?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So, ahí tienen un ejemplo para el futuro, para que sepan. Es muy común de profe que te digan, no pueden usar tal cosa. Entonces te dicen, you may not do anything else. Okay. What about can? It says here that it's about giving permission, but can it also be any other of these options?
Indicating a possibility.
Possibility.
Yes. Sorry, my cat. I'll be right back. Yes. Right. Okay, it's indicating a possibility.
Mm.
Can you give me an example?
You can do your homework later.
Yes, very good. Yes. Muy bien. Qué afiladas que están. Me recuerdan a mis alumnitos también. Me van a dar un infarto. Como dice la canción, tanta alegría seguida me va a hacer mal. Very good. So it's can. And is there any other option that we can use it for? The word can, the modal verb.
Obligation.
Yes. How? Can you give me an example?
Ah. You can work tonight.
Sí. Y ejemplos de esta pandemia y esta cuarentena tenemos de a miles. For example, you cannot go outside. ¿Ven? Va a decir que no podés salir afuera. You cannot go outside. Por su que es por nuestro propio bien, pero bueno, ya tiene que ver. Very good. So we can also say that it means about permission as well. Todas son opiniones mías también, ¿saben? Si sienten que tal vez no, es posible. Right. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Because it says here, cannot. En el caso de cannot, esa sería la que expresa más bien obligación. ¿Ven? You can't go outside.
¿Y ese no sería también refusing permission? ¿O no?
Why refusing permission?
No sé, como que no das permiso a hacer algo, diciéndole que no lo puede hacer, ¿o no?
Pero refusing permission significa rechazar el permiso que te dan.
Claro.
Que esa ya nos vamos a fijar porque no sé cómo funciona. Right.
Ah, como que yo rechazo un permiso.
Sí, porque
Y bueno,
refuse
si digo
en
que no
realidad
puedo hacer
significa...
algo que me están pidiendo,
¿Perdón?
y digo que no puedo hacer algo que me están pidiendo que haga. I cannot do something. No sé, que me hayan
Yes,
pedido.
I can't do as what you ask. Ese
Ujú,
tipo de cosas.
claro.
Pero en ese expressing no. Y bueno, igual todas estas categorías son muy acotadas porque cada verbo sirve para una infinidad de cosas. Así
Ujú.
que si se sienten confundidos, es válido, se los permito. Very good. It's a possibility. Acá nos olvidamos de poner que can, como dijo Romy, también se usa para, también se puede ser para sugerencias, para consejos. Expressing no obligation, cannot, no obligation, ¿cuál es? Refusing permission, can, may. Estoy pensando solo, ¿saben? No sé si no tienen que responder. All right, be allowed to. It says here that it can be about giving permission. But is there
Expressing no obligation? No.
you are allowed to, yes. Yes, you're right. Expressing no obligation. Very good. Nunca se me hubiera ocurrido. Y si dijera don't need to, ese también sería expressing no obligation, que también sirve. Do you think that it can also be about indicating a possibility?
Yes. Yeah, right.
Very good. It's yes. Okay. What about should? That's a new. That's the one Angeles was talking about. I was actually talking about. Should is it about refusing permission?
Expressing no obligation. Or indicating a possibility.
Yes, indicating. Probably, yes. Sí, pero piensen que a veces uno dice deberías hacer tal cosa.
Expressing obligation.
Depende también del tono de la voz.
Sí.
Es un verbo modal, un operador, pero vos estás dándole a entender de que algo que es un consejo no se siente como tal, que es algo que tenés que hacer, que
Obligation.
te conviene más. It means about obligation, it's slightly different. Algo que no tiene en cuenta tampoco la lingüística, en este caso la enseñanza, es el tono de voz. Que eso pasa en un idioma y es importante. Porque muchas veces la gente dice que cuando va a algún mercadito chino o atendido por japoneses, uno escucha a la gente hablar y decirse cosas y lo dicen todo casi gritando y uno piensa que están enojados, por ejemplo, y no, en realidad están hablando. Pero es por la exigencia de el acento también. Yo a mi tía, cada vez que la voy a visitar a Entre Ríos, que quiera Dios que algún día vuelva, yo la escucho desde la pieza mía, porque tiene una voz muy potente y te lo dice con todo cariño. Así que, eso sí, cuando se enoja, papá, ella sí que es bien, bien descendiente de italianos. Very good, you should, right. So it's about expressing obligation. It can also be. I just said that. Okay, you should can also be. but it should. And there is one more. Which is it?
Giving advice.
Yes. Giving advice. Lo más clásico de lo clásico, de decir deberías tal cosa. Pero como dije, a veces un consejo se puede volver una obligación. Dependiendo. Possibility. You can't. Very good. You should. Es por eso que los verbos modales son tan complejos de estudiar, porque tienen 500 usos y 500 significados. Ahora entiendo por qué. Very good. Do not have to. What is it?
Expressing no obligation.
Permission.
Expressing no obligation. Yes. Right.
Refusing permission.
Refusing permission. Yes. I think so. Yes. Oh, sorry. What about must not?
Expressing no obligation.
Expressing no obligation. Really? Are you sure? Sepan siempre que usualmente el verbo must implica que es algo forzado, que no puedes no hacer lo que te dicen. En general.
Claro, yo interpreté como que era expresión de
No
obligación,
debes.
de no obligar, de que no debe hacer algo, lo tomé como que, no, sí, lo interpreté mal.
You must not. Es en realidad exactamente lo opuesto.
Sí.
Claro,
Expressing
claro.
a whole lot of obligation. So it's very good. Sí, por eso los verbos modales son tan hincha pelota. Tienen 500 usos. Y encima ni siquiera sirven como verbo. Eso es lo peor. Ah, no, sí sirven, pero bueno. Very good. It's expressing obligation. Is there any other? I think that's the only one. Refusing permission. Right.
Refusing
What about be authorized to?
Más
¿Perdón?
no, no podría usarse como para giving advice. You mustn't do something.
Sí, pero si decís no debes hacer tal cosa, medio que no es una
Claro.
sugerencia, sino que te estoy
Claro.
diciendo que no te conviene, no lo hagas, te va a ir mal. Eso sí sería un consejo, pero si decís no debes hacer eso, no queda como consejo. Very good, it must not. So, what about be authorized to? Es interesante esa.
Expressing no obligation. Or indicating a possibility.
Yes, very good. It's a possibility. Right. You're allowed to, expressing no obligation. Yes. And what about must? Ahí tienen. Must. Fácil.
Given permission.
Or giving advice.
Giving
Expressing obligation.
Sí, ustedes están tan solo tratando de arreglarle la puntería. Sí, a veces también, dependiendo del contexto, se usa también como deducción. So it can actually be indicating a possibility as well. There you can see it. Right. Bueno, che, una actividad muy larga esta, la verdad. Debería haberlo pensado. You're authorized to. Okay. Number 5. En este caso está un poquito más chico. No sé si pueden ver la imagen. O si simplemente quieren dejarlo acá y después estas dos actividades las trabajan ustedes en la guía.
Sí.
Como ustedes quieran. Yo igual voy a postear las respuestas. Ahora.
Como quieran.
O si no, hacemos el ejercicio rápido y dejamos el último y listo. Ah, no, guía. Bueno. ¿Quieren que yo los guíe? Ah, no. Very good, it's guide. So. Interesante. Bueno, che, entonces ahora mismo voy a subir el archivo con las respuestas.
Bueno,
Así que,
ok.
ahora mismo, sí. Así que ha sido un gustazo todos y todas, aunque en realidad son puras chicas. No puedo preguntar la edad, así que lo voy a llamar chicas
No.
igual. Así que no me
Las
molesta.
chicas.
Dejémoslo en las chicas. Very good. So, así que bueno, gracias por venir y estar en la clase. Espero que les haya gustado. Ahora voy a parar la grabación.
Thank you.